Ladies and gentlemen, prepare to the best of trance music around the world. Welcome to Trance Station. You're listening, DJ Hardlang, live on Trance Station.
It's
Station.
Glisters is not gold. No, you've attacked so in this gilded tomb you bury where you hold on to nothing more, on to nothing more. It was nothing but fool's gold, nothing more than fool's gold.
Trance Station.
No, you've attacked so in this gilded tomb you bury where you hold on to nothing more, on to nothing more. It was nothing but fool's gold, nothing more than fool's gold.
DJ Hardlang, live on Trance Station.
Counting the hours through night and day in my mind, you are light years away. Have you made it out of the fiery rain that you said was to blame? When you let me floating like orbit in darkness, fading into space. Yeah, and I am still waiting for your arms to take in my stone cold embrace. I'm losing gravity, the air tastes like the heavens, they're so near. I for love, will you still catch me if I fall? You told me to keep holding on to whatever this cloud is called. I should have never let you in my stratosphere.
Trance Station.
Counting the hours through night and day in my mind, you are light years away. You made it out of the fiery rain that you said was to blame. You let me floating like orbit in darkness, fading into space. Yeah, and I am still waiting for your arms to take in my stone cold embrace. Now I'm stuck in second place. Back when I was wiser, something got in my way. Maybe it's the hard nights, or the feeling that I can't escape.
Trance Station.
I used to be a fighter. I used to be a fighter. The stars in the sky no longer align. Trying to survive, but barely getting by. My reflection's a lie. I don't recognize my mind. Don't recognize my mind. I can't find the light in my eyes, in my mind. I can't find the light in my eyes, the light.
You're listening. DJ Hardlang. Live on Trance Station. Trance Station.
In another dimension, maybe we'd be satisfied if we paid more attention. Maybe it could be this life. I cannot find the light in my eyes.
What's love with an
Hardlang, live on Trance Station.
Desire, playing with fire.
Station.
What's the difference between death and life? Between truth and lies? What's the difference between open eyes and eyes that can't see? Can you tell me what it means to be free? Can you tell me what it means to be free? What's the difference between rich and love and having enough? What's the difference between dark and light? The shade in between. Can you tell me what it means to be free? Can you tell me what it means to be free? Cause I went looking for the unseen. I got tangled up in lies. Found my savior, perfectly divine. Now I'm living a dream. I found love instead of games. I found family instead of fame. He's the difference in my life. And everything I see is I see his eyes.
You're listening, DJ Hardlang, live on Trance Station.
I see his eyes. I see his eyes.
You're listen, DJ Hardlang, live on Trance Station. Trance Station.
Was it just a dream? Did you know me? Did you ever hold me? Oh, did you care? You left me broken, craving and hoping more. Give me just a little bit more. Give me just a little bit more. Strangers again.
You're listen, DJ Hardlang, live on Trance Station.
Strangers to friends to lovers, no strangers again. A ghost in the night, you left me. Strangers again. Strangers again. Shivers when you touch me. Memories on my skin. Footsteps in the sand, washed away by the sea. Or was it just a dream? You left me broken, grieving and hoping more. Give me just a little bit more. Give me just a little bit more. Stranger. Strangers again.
Trance Station. Trance Station. You're listen, DJ Hardlang, live on Trance Station. Trance Station.
Look how far we've come, my baby. We might have took a long way. We knew we'd get there someday. They said, I bet they never make it, but just look at us holding on.
Trance Station.
We're still together, still going strong. You're still the one I run to, the one that I belong to. You're still the one I want for life.
Trance Station.
You're still the one I run to, the one that I belong to. You're still the one I want for life. You're still the one that I love, the only one I dream of. You're still the one I kiss goodnight. You're still the one I run to, the one that I belong to. You're still the one I want for life. You're still the one that I love, the only one I dream of. You're still the one I kiss goodnight.
Trance Station. Trance Station. Trance Station. You're listening, DJ Hardlang, live on Trance Station. Trance Station. You're listening, DJ Hardlang, live on Trance Station.
The lights are flashing, the crowd's alive. A heartbeat rhythm, we start to dive. Feet like thunder on the floor, they pound. Lost in the madness, beats around. Chasing shadows through the neon haze. Sweat like glitter in the strobe light maze. The night's electric, it feels so raw. We're breaking through without a flaw. We're raving till the sun can't hide. Spinning in a world so amplified. No rules, no walls, we're running free. Turn it up loud and let it be. Turn it up loud and let it be. The DJ's anthem twists like fire. Each drop ignites the endless desire. Bass kicks harder than 1,000 drums. Pulse in sync, hear the rhythm hum. Hands are raised, the ceiling's gone. Stars step closer just before the dawn. A universe moving to one strong beat. This is where wild souls will meet. We're raving till the sun can't hide. Spinning in a world so amplified. No rules, no walls, we're running free. Turn it up loud and let it be.
and shadows stretch across your skin. Close your eyes and you will see the sky was always meant to be free. Believe in blue sky, even when it's gone. Hold on to the light, it's where you belong. Every tear will fade, every fear will fly. If you believe in blue sky. Believe in blue sky. Footsteps echo down this winding road, carrying a heart that's overflowed. But every step, no matter how small, is a promise that you won't fall. There's a sun behind the sorrow, a dawn behind the night. So paint your soul with color and chase the morning light. Believe in blue sky, even when it's gone. Hold on to the light, it's where you belong. Every tear will fade, every fear will fly. If you believe in blue sky.
Trance Station.
If you believe in blue sky. So when the world feels cold and dry, lift your gaze and touch the sky. It's waiting there, just past your cry. Believe in blue. Believe in blue sky. Believe in the sky. You believe in blue sky. If you believe in blue sky. If you believe in blue sky. If you believe in blue sky. Believe in blue sky. Believe in blue sky.
You're listening. DJ Hardlang. Live on Trance Station. Trance Station.
change the world? Start off by making your bed.
Trance Station.
If you make your bed every morning, you will have accomplished the first task of the day. It will give you a small sense of pride and will encourage you to do another task. And another. And another. If you want to change the world, start off by making your bed. If you make your bed every morning, you will have accomplished the first task of the day. It will give you a small sense of pride and will encourage you to do another task.
Trance Station.
If you want to change the world, start off by making your bed.
You're listening. DJ Hardlang. Live on Trance Station. Trance Station.
When you hold me, when you touch me, it's a different high. Oh no. There's a place I go, it's a different high. Oh no, when you touch me, I get vulnerable in a different light. Oh no, are you too cynical?
You're listen, DJ Hardlang, live on Trance Station. Trance Station.